Hello everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, we are going to be continuing our learn and explore openings as we learn more openings and trying to get to okay to know more about just theory in general. And let's get into it. We just got our first report aboard, sorry. So hopefully this will go well. So we finally face a Caro-Kann for this opening for this video. Um, and I should maybe have checked, the profile, but I think this is probably fine. I mean, getting aborted is probably pretty common, because I mean, some people just look at my rating with a question mark and they immediately just raise a red flag because if you guys didn't see, I I play kind of a sort of a cheater before, or just a very strong Smurf player, and with a question mark, and I shouldn't have done. So yeah. So what I play here was the Braille variation, where basically this is sort of like a filler door that I'm trying to play. Now I don't know much about like mainline theory Caro-Kann. Plus, does require a lot of knowledge to understand it. So I chose not to go for it. And it seems like what our opponents does is just kind of replicating our moves, which it isn't actually that good, if I have to be honest. Because now, I mean, I'm not into now, but clearly our opponent is already messing up quite a bit. So, see, we have h3, and now we get the bishop pair. Of course, it isn't like a strong bishop pair, right? But I think these two knights are not going to do that much. And plus, our opponent plays four, which now leaves a weakness for us to play on. Right now, we can play bishop g5, right? Say per se. Um, so we can definitely take this, but the problem with taking it right now is that our opponent will have this move, and if we take, our opponent can take back, can take this back. So that's not what I want. So I am going to play bishop g5, and this will mostly secure us to take the pawn on h4. Okay, so g6. We can play knight h6 check, just throw in a random check, but I don't think that does much. We can also take on h4, but I really don't like my knight on h4 here because it doesn't really have any moves. Um, and the thing is, the question is, do I want to take the h4 pawn right now? Right. So I was thinking about knight e3, but the problem with this move is our opponent can move the knight away, and now the bishop is protecting this pawn. Now, also keep in mind that this bishop is currently very bad, so that's also a plus for us. Um, so here we can play knight e3. I think if knight d7 or knight h7, we can play bishop h6, and then maybe we can opt for like a g4, knight g4 reroute, but I'm not very sure. Um, hmm. Again, like I think that this pawn on h4 will pretty much be like a permanent weakness. So, hmm. I think I am going to delay capturing the pawn and play knight e3. Because the thing is, if we take on h4, sure, we're going up a pawn, but this is just a side pawn. Like a rook's pawn that is probably pretty much irrelevant to the current game right now. So, yeah, and this is what I was talking about. Um, Now I actually don't like bishop h6 as much, to be fair. Um, but I don't want to trade a bishop. So if we play for knight e3, we pretty much have to play into this route, right? Bishop h6, and rook e8 is play. So now what? Like, do we play this right away? We'll play that. Just provokes knight e6. So we can play knight g4 right away, or we don't have to. We can also um do this first. Okay. Oh wow! Oh, our opponent is really trying to just trade the bishop here, which I guess is fair, right? All right. Okay, so here I guess I'm seeing some problems. I actually want the knight to take, so I am going to play knight g4, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow this, because what happened is, because this h pawn is here, if black takes the bishop, not only black trades our bad bishop, but it also opens up the G file. And open up the G file here is actually really good for us. Um, so so what we can do here is actually play. We can play. I don't want to again. I don't want to play b4 because of my e6. So I think I am going to just play um, queen. I mean, queen d2 and queen c1 is pretty much the same, right? Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same. I don't think it changes that much. And we are going to go for queen h6, kind of threatening checkmate. If rook h8 is played, then we have queen h5, queen g5. And the good thing of centralizing the rook is that now there's no queen d8. Of course, there's no queen e7. So it's pretty hard. It's gonna be pretty hard for black to stop queen f6 threat, the queen f6 threat. Of course, black can protect it with queen to knight to d7. I think knight d7. I don't know if if a sacrifice is justified here, but it's not too sound. Um, yeah, it's not very sound, to be honest. Uh, hmm. Do we want to take this slow or not? Well, we can't really take it slow anymore. We already committed a lot of things here. I think so. I like the look of knight e3 quite a bit here, actually. All right, let's go knight e3. Let's go knight e3 here. What I wanted to do is leave the queen somewhere to go on the g file, right? With queen g4 maybe, and maybe even queen g2 is a good option, I think. Oh, rook d7 works. What am I doing? Oh, rook d7 works here. Oh, I missed the move. Oh, I take on e5. Oh, come on. Oh, I missed the move. Damn. I would find this in a classical game because I would definitely put more time to think about this. But oh my god, come on. Yeah, now it's just like yeah. Now I made like a pretty bad decision here. Shoot. All right, now let's go for uh which one? Let's go for rook d2. Rook ace5, queen. Now I go queen g2. Oh my god, the sack works. I'm missing way too much. I think I'm still better here, but now this is so much harder to win. I had a sack right there. I should have calculated further. Um, yeah, that's why I should trust my intuition more when I see something that actually works. Because the thing is, like, if it actually didn't work, I still gained a pawn on d5, and in a position, it's actually not easy for black to play because my pieces are quite active. Um, and sure, black still has an exchange up, but I can still play for like at least a draw. You know, if it doesn't work, something like that. Okay, I don't know what rook d8 is, but yeah, sure. King g7. Okay, what exactly does that do? Yeah, now the problem with a knight on d3 is that it doesn't do anything. Um, I think I should just move. I think I should move this over. Oh, I see where this is going, but actually, yeah, I do see where this is going. If I play Queen F1, he's gonna play rook back to H8. So I want to keep options open here. I also want to I don't want to allow any potential rook G5 pins. So okay, I mean that's a move. But that allows some stuff. That allows That allows knight C4 coming in with tempo. So this is why I played rook d2 instead of rook d3 because there's potential of this. So yeah, I'm gonna play knight d6. This is just like kind of a must play move to be honest. Now I'm threatening knight b7, and my knight sits on d6 is actually very good. I'm also threatening knight takes f7, and if the knight moves, I can play knight f5 check, and I'm gonna pick up the rook. So yeah, that does quite a lot of things. Like allowing that it's just not good for black. Oh, I finally got something in the win here. Okay. Um. So knight takes f7. Just the move here. Like it's nothing better really. Yeah. Knight takes, king takes, rook takes, rook takes, rook takes. King here just queen g4, and there's no, and I get mate before blacks get a check. Black get a check. And if king f8, I just take on g6, and I get mate. Yeah, okay, cool. Knight takes. And this is, yeah, what black is forced to take. There's pretty much nothing black can do here. So I take, and yeah. Oh, that's a nice move, actually. Wait. Okay, so queen g4. But, well, king a, which is better outright. Because... Oh, wait. Okay, now I have rook d6. There has to be mate somewhere here. You can't tell me that there's no mate. Queen e6. Queen here. Now I just, like, check around, pick up the pawns. Yeah, rook f5 was an interesting attempt there, but I think if king e8, rook f5 was a much better attempt. So let's take. Okay, cool. We go queen f6 here. We don't want to go queen e6 because that was kind of repeats the same position. So here, queen f7, king c8, king c8, rook here, and we just pick up pretty much everything. And yeah, we just win. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, I missed rook d7 for some stupid reason. I shouldn't have, to be honest. Yeah, so basically this is a very interesting variation that, like, you want to avoid any sort of like theory against a Caro-Kann player. You can just play this. Obviously, maybe I could start, like, getting into this, but this is like, I don't know. I want to play this, to be honest, because the thing is, this is similar to a Philidor defense on the black side, which involves something like this. So, and uh and yeah, and this is like very easy to play for black, to be honest, and white actually doesn't get a lot out of this. This is mostly going to be a draw. But in a rapid game, like, white will try to push and most likely lose. And here it's just a reverse. Knight with knight f3 is just reverse. Except that there's no pawn on e5, and this pawn is, yeah, like, instead of e5, c6 is play. So that's why. I think if you want like an exact variation, then you could look at this. But again, like this, because white is up a tempo, then white gets to play knight bd2. So I mean, you could look at like this. You could look at it like this, I guess. But here, this is better for black slightly. So because white lost the right to castle, and it's the exact same position. So yeah, and so you want something similar, then you definitely play knight f3. But I think I just opt for knight d2 because I want to keep pieces on the board, even though it's just that equal. So, but after takes, which a lot of players do, white is still better here. So yeah, so this just go like pretty much like copycat from black side, and because we up a tempo, we can do whatever we want. Uh, so let's see. So here, I guess I could do it. I don't know. I never go h3 here right away because I somehow thought that this is just never good. Um, but I guess now I learn. I play this sometimes in Bliss game, but I don't know. Like I never really analyzed like this part because it's very easy to play and you can play however you want. So I get like knight f6. Oh, g4. Oh, and now this is like a sort of a collect stuff, kind of. Bishop c4, knight bd7. Oh shoot. Okay. I mean, I did not know this. So like, oh wow. Queen c7. Wow, just played like g4, crazy stuff on the king side. That's crazy though. Wow. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, this is good to know. So here, but here is fine. You can play this, and then play c3. It was definitely not very accurate by us, but this is a position that I know. So it's rather that you play something that you know, but it's slightly worse than something is objectively best, but you might not know the best in and outs. So I guess here the reason you don't want to play c3 is because there's no knight going to e6. So you don't have to. But I was like, I play bishop e2. So now I don't play c3. What do I play? Like how am I gonna develop my queen? So I play c3 to try to develop my queen onto c2. And I guess knight f1 is sure a little passive, whatever, but knight c5, knight c3, and then our opponent try to start pressing a little bit. I guess this is still fine for black. But h4 is definitely a very wrong. Like, yeah, g6 here is just good. Because the problem here is that I get a bishop pair, but my bishop and my knight is pretty bad. Because my knight doesn't have any outposts, so I have to start moving, rerouting my knight. And now the thing is, I actually don't know where to go because d5 is also not possible. Like all these three squared I can potentially go to. It's not really good. So like the best square is gonna be f3, but I have to waste 1, 2, 3 in order to go to f3, which is not good. So knight f5, bishop d8. Okay, so I guess I should have just take, huh? Yeah, I should have just take. So what happens if knight takes here? Oh, I take with the rook. Oh man, I forgot that I can take with this. Knight takes. And g6. Yeah, okay, queen g4. I mean, there's a lot of square that I can defend, that I can go around to defend, but I mean, I guess bishop d1, f5. Oh, I get a check. I always get a check here, so I'm good. If queen here, then oh my god, to say this because this is but let's say I don't see it, right? I'm still much better. Oh, king takes. Let's say I don't take. Now I just get two pieces because I have the bishop pair. So if I take two knights, I still get a bishop and a knight. So yeah, this is good. Oh, I could have just taken that. I did not see it. I forgot that my rook was protecting it on top. Okay, so bishop g5, definitely a mistake there. And now here I can still take, and I should have, right? Because what you saw what happened in the game, it was actually not good. Because knight here, let's say knight e7, now you just take. and play, and I go, okay, G3, it needs to be play, because now we can reroute this way. Knight C5, bishop G2, and it's fine. Okay, so I messed up there, and I went knight E3, and now this is just completely equal. Knight here, bishop A6, because you don't want, again, you don't want to trade on black's own turn because you just allow blacks to develop for no reason. So, how to force black to trade here. So, yeah, I should have played knight G4. The bishop G5 here at least. Yeah, now bishop G5 is not possible because of knight F6. But I play rook A1. So, knight G4. Yeah, and black here doesn't understand like that how bad our bishop is, because I think what the thought process here was that black is playing in terms of, you see a bishop, and bishop is better than a knight, quote unquote. It depends, but in this case, my bishop is so bad, so it's not really worth it to trade. But here it does two things, right? Gets rid of the good knight that black has, and also opens up the G file. So King G7, which is like a very ridiculous move, I guess. Yeah, and here, yeah, I guess Queen G5 is fine. It's the second best move. But yeah, black could actually just ignore and play this. Oh, King F8. Wait, what's wrong with King C8 again? What? Oh, nope, no, we don't want to play that. What's wrong with this? Okay. So what's the difference? Oh, because there's no Queen E7. Because here you can actually play this. Yeah. And you see here, you can take. And it's fine to play. Of course, here after here you have to trade pretty much. Oh. Nope. Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, because you get a piece and 2 pawns. Minor piece and 2 pawns. After this, king. Yeah, it's okay. It's the same thing. And then, but I think this I can definitely win. I mean, actually, maybe could I win? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think so. Knight F4 is not a good move, and playing F4 is pretty hard, I would say. King G7, knight here, rook F8, knight B3. Okay, if it's protectable, then I probably can win this. Yeah. But anyways, this is just a blunder, and I freaking missed it. Oh my god. Because I only look at this. I was looking at that the whole time, and I should have still just gone for it. Actually, I shouldn't take with a knight. I want to keep pieces on the board. So Queen E5, Queen E6 is play, and then Queen D4, and now I get compensation in terms of activity. So F5, if F5, F6, King here, and now E5. So I get some compensation here with the pass pawn. But still, that was not. Yeah, and I should have still gone for that, but that was not the point. The point is that I get this. And now and now I can give a check and free up the F6 square. So F6 is pretty much forced. And Queen F6. King H7. Yeah, if King H7, we take another pawn. And here we just have this. I mean, and again, if here we have this, and black position is just busted. So there's a lot of things we can do here. So we can just simply win with take 6, and we start pushing all these pawns because they are just straight up pass pawns, and this knight is sitting on G4 protected by the H pawn, and F4, F5, F6 is kind of unstoppable. So F4, Rook here. Yeah, this is just unstoppable. Black doesn't have tempos to stop it. So I can just play f6 and here e5. It's nothing that black can really do. But I messed up. And then for some reason, black doesn't play rook h5 stuff. And I was a little confused. Oh, yeah. Oh, king f8 was to avoid knight f5. So here, queen e7 again, very critical move. Also, knight f5 just also wins here because I think it's the same thing. So king h8, queen e7 still wins. 6 rook here, king h1, yeah, and you just take this, and there's too many things. The queen is out. The queen doesn't really have a way to get into the game. So, and here, yeah, you just start giving checks, and yeah, queen b8 it makes the queen run go out of the game. Okay. So king f8, not the best, but it's fine. Rook d2, knight g4 again. Interesting. So here, yeah, queen e3. Just have to put the knight here. This is like the best square for the knight currently. But I didn't do that. So I wanted to stack the rooks. Queen g2. Again, no point of playing queen g4 because knight f6 and you have to go queen g2 anyways. So just go queen g2 and save yourself a tempo. And rook here is just a bad move because now, okay, now I just stack my rooks and again, black is paralyzed. Like black is keep paralyzing themselves for no reason. So king e7. I was playing king h1. I was just trying to wait, just play waiting moves. If if black tried to play some other moves, then just play b4, if a4, a3, and eventually black will run out of moves because this is a unbreakable. This is these the rook literally cannot move, and the knight can't move as well. The queen can, sure. Like I guess here c4 if queen, I don't know, queen somewhere. Queen b7. I mean c5. It's just too much for black to deal with. Like black will eventually kind of run out of moves if black can't just go around because now my rook can get to d6 and things gonna get really ugly. This rook is not doing anything. And this rook can't really go back because I always have queen c5 here. That's why I wanted to keep the queen on the g file. As here, let's say I go queen f1. Yeah, black gets rook h8, and it's not easy to play because black gets to unpin the knight. So knight queen b6, that just allows tempo, so we take it. Knight d6, and then queen b6 is just like, well, that's just bad. And again, here you don't take. What do? Your rook is attack, and after your rook is captured, your knight is attack. So, I mean, maybe you can try this, but like, you can try this, but yeah, now the king side is busted, and again, there's too much for black to deal with. So this becomes like like a super easy mate. I don't know why I need to like start going for mate instead of like trying to just play like simple chess. Like this is actually a pattern that you can see because again, there's nothing stopping this really. And as I said during the game, black doesn't have checks because black is 2 moves away from being able to give a check to the white king. So I have 1 extra move to do whatever I want. So I can set up a mate. But I keep doing, dancing around and all that stuff. Yeah, and then see it yells at me. I'm like, oh my god. Wait. Okay, here. Yeah, like Oh my god. Come on. Anyways, maybe I should learn how to get mate, how actually give quickest mate. But we still get the win, and I don't know. Let me know if you want to see like the mainline Caro-Kann stuff, or you think that this is very interesting enough for you to learn. I think this is super interesting. You know, it's a little bit offbeat, but it doesn't ruin your advantage at all. It still gives you a lot of good games that you can play, give you very solid positions. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.